Wow, I survived. Alright, welcome back. This is now a voiceover. I'm no longer speaking live. So what you saw just now was an invasion that happened on stream. We invaded some shitters and they got the best of us. But the reason why I'm speaking, I'm doing some commentary over this vid is because this particular invasion did not happen on stream. This was an off-stream invasion. And I often get this comment of people saying that it looks so much easier when, you know, they watch the stream and they see all this action. The reality is it is so much easier to invade off stream. It's so much easier to manage shitters off stream, and the reason is very simple. They don't get to watch what I do. They don't get to watch where I go, and I can actually get some separation. And these simple concepts will affect the outcome of an invasion so much because that allows me to reset, whereas when I'm streaming, I never really have the opportunity to reset. It's always in constant action, and the shitters are always constantly aware of my location, and so I'm constantly under fire. Whereas if I invade off stream, they really want to get at me, you know, they have this same obsession. The difference is they don't know where I am. I can effectively use the obscuring ring, the slumbering ring to make my footsteps have no sound. And effectively, I can just roam around, kite them, and do some sort of guerrilla tactics to just ambush them, go back, ambush them again, and pretty much take my time and pick my shots, really, which is impossible. If I do that on stream, it's not going to work. And so I really wanted to showcase how different fighting a gank squad is on stream and off stream. So pretty much the same shitters, but you'll see how the invasion differs. Also notice I'll always try to pick a moment to fight where I get some real separation, and as soon as I don't get separation anymore, I'll leave. So here you see this guy, they finally got separated. I take my chance. I get this guy like on the ropes, obviously, because you know, shitters in 1v1, it always do be like that. Get him on the rope, but ultimately he managed to heal, and right now he's surviving long enough to call for help. So his teammates are on the way. I feel like it's been long enough, right? So I leave the fight, and long and behold, you can see on top of the screen, we just saw it, the Phantom was rallied, and look at that. As soon as a few seconds passed, the team is already rallied to protect their teammate. And so again, because I'm off stream, they don't know where I'm going. They might be chasing me right now because they still see me in obscuring ring range, but soon they're gonna lose me. So that's really the difference between off-stream invasions and invasions that happen off-stream. Shitters just can't keep up with you, and they have to separate each other. So here, there is a teammate, but ultimately nothing will play out of this. So I'll let this play out, see what happens, and then we'll see how this goes. Here also is a good example of how invaders always have this disadvantage of not being able to communicate. Here my teammate and I go in the complete opposite direction. He ends up with the full aggro of the squad, and he's too far for me to help him, so I have to wait until he laps back around for me to go back and get some aggro. And of course, this is when we split their attention a little bit. And so here I give my teammate an opportunity to fight this guy 1v1, but it really doesn't last very long. Then I get the host really quickly, and then the other guy comes back. Like here, I'm buying some time for my teammate to do something. But I mean, you can't always expect people to kill shitters like really quickly. All you can do is give people an opportunity to do, you know, an opportunity to win their 1v1. And that's ultimately the goal here. Now I lose aggro and I have to come back to help him. I always find it funny when shitters are so bad and yet they feel themselves. It's always very special. So every time I get the aggro of two of them, that's when I try to back off to buy my teammate some time. To hopefully so that I get my teammate an opportunity for a kill. And again, here I see that the other white went back to help the host, and that's every time that happens is where I will bounce back and I will go full aggro on the person that's trying to aggress me. So it's really like some sort of back and forth game, but ultimately the difference between on and off stream is that I can properly reset and pick my shots. And that makes the world of a difference. It's always funny to see too that they never really let go. This guy in particular was really obsessed with chasing me around. Sometimes though I have to be careful, like these turn and burns will happen, and sometimes because I want to kill them so quickly I get impatient and play careless. This really only happens in invasion, where in duel you can always be 100% focused and you know there won't be any distraction. But in invasions, you tend to do a lot more mistakes because one, you can heal them back, and two, you're on the clock. So you're always trying to kill your opponents as fast as possible. Whereas in duels, you have all the time in the world to do what you have to do to win. So this is like a massive difference. I often see players judging invasion fights similar to how they judge duels, but the mindset is just completely different. You can't really compare an invasion 1v1 scenario where you're alone with someone to a 1v1 in an actual duel. They just don't play the same. Here I take my opportunity to refill because I know these guys play unscaled. So I mean, there's really no shame in refilling against these people. Also, they do refill as well. I don't know if we see them precisely in this footage refilling, but they do it, and so it's not like I'm doing it randomly. But I also want to showcase something real quick. Like, the reason we call these people shitters and the reason we despise them is the way they behave toward everyone that invades them. There's this part in this vid, I don't know if we went over it already, but you can see them BMing and griefing every single person that they kill, and they do that all day. So these people sit there just to try and make you know, other people that they kill feel bad, just because they have the numbers and they can just easily just run through any invader that's not experienced. And so it's always very despiteful to see this kind of behavior, and that sort of, you know, seeing people like that act like this, it sort of motivates me to just stay in that world and fuck him up. And so I think I get this extra motivation to like taunt them and just annoy the fuck out of them. Where it's usually not how I approach things. I usually don't taunt people when I play, but in these particular cases, I find some joy in taunting these guys. And I must say, I also enjoy seeing how obsessed they are when they run after me like that relentlessly. It's so funny seeing their obsession and their frustration. I don't know, but it does, like, during this particular invasion, I was actually laughing out loud. This was off stream, obviously, but I was laughing out loud the entire time. I always think it's kind of funny the way these people behave. But, I mean, obviously there must be an underlying problem somewhere, but we won't go there anyway. Here I see my red on the other side, and so I give him an opportunity to join back the fight, but the red really kind of is just chasing mindlessly the gank around, but I think he finally gets a 1v1 with one of them, gets the aggro of one. Here I did a mistake of bringing the gank back to the red, but is it really a mistake though? Because I gave the aggro back to my teammate and then got a 1v1 myself. And so this little play right here is what will win us this invasion. So we get a 1v1 for enough time with this guy. And so there it go. There it starts. Just reaction roll catches. 30% roll, reaction roll catch, no roll poise. And so I can effectively chain him very quickly. And I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was unscaled even if he took that much damage, because these people always play unscaled in DC, so you can't see their level. But doesn't really matter. And so we get the host afterward. My teammate in the meantime is fighting the other Phantom. And so I believe my teammate also is about to win his 1v1. And we're just alone with the host, and I'm just having a blast destroying him, as he's absolutely awful. And here it goes. The teammate just killed the other white, and that's it. They give up. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you guys up next time. Peace.